Hello and welcome to the Game Stream Hustle. Where I told y'all one day I'm gonna get this right. Y'all ready to try it again? Hello and welcome to the Game Stream Hustle, presented by Gamefilli, where we talk tips and strategies to help you monetize your stream and turn your playtime into pay time. I almost got it that time, right? Practice makes perfect. We'll keep doing it till we get it right, just like you guys. Got to keep doing it till you get it right. When we first start a game, we ain't perfect at it, right? We got to, sometimes we get far and then we die, and we got to get far again and die. And we got to keep doing it, get to an obstacle, keeps killing us or keeps making us do it over and over again till we get it right. And then eventually we get it right, we pass through it, we feel like we've achieved something, right? Same way with that opener. Whenever I do get it right, I do feel like I've achieved something. And so far, we're on episode 13, and I've only gotten it right once. And I was actually not right, but I'm going to give myself that one because I just kind of hiccuped in the middle of it. It wasn't really that I didn't know what to say, but I'm going to give myself to it. I'm going to give it to myself and say I got 1 out of 13 so far where I'm not messed up. But that should tell you something, because I do this every day except on the weekends where I do my other businesses. But I do this every day for you gamers, to be able to monetize your streams, to give you some tips on how you can actually make some money as a gamer. Now, in that 13 days, you would figure that I would have gotten it right, and I haven't. I've come close, and I've come close several times, but I still haven't gotten it right. But I know that sometime between now and day, I don't know, 1,000, I'm probably going to start getting it right. And once I start getting it right, it'll be a snowball, and it'll just come to me every time I want to go live for your training. And um, then I'll feel like I accomplished something. And then later down the road, I'll probably be able to say this and not think twice about it. Say that opener, not think twice about it, and not even remember how accomplished I felt when I originally was able to do it. Isn't that weird how that happens? You'll play a game and you'll try really hard to get past a point in the game. And then when you do get past the point, you feel a sense of accomplishment. You've actually achieved something, right? I guess that's why they call it achievements in the game, correct? So, you feel like you've accomplished something. You feel a sense of accomplishment. You feel good about yourself because you worked on it and worked on it, worked on it and worked on it. You didn't give up and go to another game, and you persevered. Now you have made it through something other people maybe have not. Then you get to the end of the game and you beat the game and you put the game on the shelf. And when you're talking about the game, you will probably mention those accomplishments through the game a few times. And then you'll start forgetting and only mentioning the ones that made you feel the greatest. So even the original accomplishment in the game that you fought so hard for, you would probably forget. Think about a game that you played just years ago. Now, gaming's been around a long time. So let's take a game that's from my childhood, from back whenever I was a young man, or well, I say a young man, a young boy, and let's go with Nintendo's Mega Man, Capcom's Mega Man. Sorry, Nintendo. Sorry, Capcom. Let's go with Mega Man. And let's say I felt, Mega Man was a hard game. And as you were playing it, you had to figure out which boss to beat so that you could gain that boss's ability to fight another boss. So, like, if you had a boss that used fire, and you knew you weren't going to be able to beat him with your little pellets, you may have to go beat a boss that has a water power in order to gain his water power and then use it on the fire boss, right? So that you can beat the fire boss. Not much has changed. Hold on one second, guys. I got to step out of frame. Sorry about that. Where was I at? You know me, I'm squirrel, so I'll forget. But oh, we were talking about the older games. Why were we talking about Mega Man?
Not much has changed.
Yeah, not much has changed in. Oh, damn it, that's not where I wanted to go with that. That is not where I wanted to go with that. We went off in another slope somewhere. I slipped off in a mudslide. The reason why I was telling you about this is if we go back, far back to whenever I was a kid and I was playing games, the sense of accomplishment that I remember from Mega Man, being able to beat the game after trying so hard and then figuring out that I had to beat certain bosses in order to be able to beat other bosses. I had to gain their abilities and use it on other bosses. And whenever I realized that, I had that sense of accomplishment. When I beat the game, what about the first time anybody ever beat like Mario? Okay, anything to do with Mario, the first time you ever beat it, you had a great sense of accomplishment. This is back in the day for me. For you, if you're a younger generation, maybe it was. Let's think of some games that's been around for a little while. Maybe it was God of War for you. Maybe it was Halo. Maybe it was Dead by Daylight. That's a new one. Maybe you've played it and you feel a sense of accomplishment when you get through it. Whatever your game is, Call of Duty, Fortnite, when you get into those battle royales and you drop in and you get a win, you get that dub, baby, you feel good about your sense of accomplishment, right? Okay? There are keys to your success in that. And one of the keys is you continue to persevere to do it, to do it, to do it until you make it. You don't give up. If you like the game and you like the storyline, you keep going. It doesn't matter how many times. What if there was a record out there for somebody who played a game so many times because they couldn't get past a point, just couldn't get past it? I'm guessing there couldn't be a record for that, because eventually you will go look online, you will find somebody that'll tell you how to get past that. Now back in the day, like Mega Man, we didn't have YouTube and stuff and people online to be able to tell us, how to beat the game. We had to go get these things called magazines. Y'all might know them from doctors' offices. You pretty much see those in doctors' offices. It's like a book, but it's made out of paper. And when you open it, there's pictures and words in there. Okay? The way it worked was they had gaming magazines back in the day, and you would go to the store and you would buy a copy of maybe Nintendo Power, right? And it would have all kinds of games that you were playing, and there would be cheat codes in the back of it for stuff like Contra. Who remembers Contra? If you're old enough to remember Contra, say hell yeah, and then feel nostalgic with this code right out of Nintendo Power: up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A, start. That is probably the most, what is it, popular code on the planet. That there's more people know that code. And what's funny is I'll be in games today and hear younger people use that code, playing around, not realizing they know it's a code to something, but they don't realize that was actually a code to give you infinite lives, infinite ammo. I mean, you could play the game, right? And I digress on that because I was just about to jump over and start talking about one more way to monetize yourself, in the fact that, remember back in the day when you could get unlimited health and unlimited ammo and stuff like that? Well, weekend warriors love that because they could run through the game, get the storyline, feel accomplished, feel great, and be done with it, okay, in a day or two, because they couldn't be killed or they had infinite ammo, right? So in today's world, a great way for you to make an extra income might be to put a service out, just put a post out on a couple gaming platforms and let people know, hey, if you don't have time to level up your character or your guns, I will do it for you, and you just pay me to do that, right? There are plenty of services out there that are already doing this. Not to mention services that you could sign up for that allow you to take your knowledge of the game, what you're good at, and teach people. And if you think your game, it doesn't have an audience that needs to be taught, you're crazy. That every day there are new people coming to those games. Every day there are new people swapping around. Okay, those people don't understand your game. If even though battle royale might be the same concept in different games, they're still got tweaks and differences, right? They're familiar but different. This is a play on entertainment from Hollywood magazines. People, have you noticed that a lot of the stars in Hollywood kind of look like they could be the kids of other stars in Hollywood? It's because they've gotten kind of smart, and what they'll do is they'll take an actor's picture and another actor's picture, and they mesh them together to see what that person would look like if they had a kid, and then they put a picture out that says, hey, if you look like this, come see us. And they'll get a whole room full of people that look pretty much like this. And now when you see this actor, you look at him and you think, hey, she looks like so-and-so. Or he looks like something. That could be their kid. And then you find out they're not even related. The company was just smart enough that they couldn't pay the actual actor, so they kind of got a knockoff. It's kind of like when you go to the grocery store, you got the name brand and the knockoff. Okay, if you'll look, and I'll use Julia Roberts as an example. She has a unique look, but there's another lady in Hollywood that looks a lot like Miss Roberts and could possibly even be mistaken as her, because they found somebody that looked like her for a part that maybe she wasn't willing to play. That's pretty much how that works. They want that actor, but they don't want to pay that actor's fee. So they try to find somebody as close to it to make the audience look at them and go, oh, okay, that's so and so, until they realize it's not. Okay? Same thing happens in the game and stuff. Now, wait a minute. I did that squirrel thing again, and I explained way too much. And my wife, tech support, will tell you quick like it in a hurry that I will lose my train of thought and have to figure out what I was doing. And if you'll give me a second, as you'll notice, I'm still talking. But if you'll give me a second, somehow or another, through all this talking, I circle back around to where I was, and it's like that door opens up, and I see what I was talking about. So give me a second. We were talking about achievement. See? Anyway, feeling that sense of achievement, and as time goes on, those achievements tend to feel less and less like achievements. That's why we hunger for those achievements. That's why we go out and we play the game. And the thing is, if you're persistent in the game, that's where I was. See, told you I'd come right back around to it. If you're the person that will sit in front of a game and play a level 20, 30 times, go and finally go look it up to find out how to do it, then kudos to you. I'm not going to play a level more than about 5 times before I'm tired of going through that puzzle, and I'm going to go find somebody that can tell me how to do it. Somebody who has achieved it already. How do I do this? Now, I may not get a huge sense of achievement from having to ask someone else how to do it, but when I do it, I still feel pretty good that I got it done and I can go on and play my game. You see what I'm saying? The same thing works with a guru or a teacher or someone who's trying to present you with information like me. Okay, I digress 1 second. As you're playing the game, if you're the type of person to play the game a few times and then go get help, then you achieve beating the game faster than the person who goes through it 30 times before they go get help. What happens if there's no help for the person who's been in that puzzle 30 times already? Do you think after a few more times they may give up and just go play a different game? Because they can't find any help or any resources to help them out to where they can get past it. I mean, they could look up if they tried it, 31 times, maybe 32, maybe even 40, 50. I mean, they've already tried it this many and they're not getting it. Okay, guys, the reason why I'm saying this is because there's 2 types of entrepreneurs, and I use that word loosely. I shouldn't even use it. There's 2 types of people when it comes to business. Those who will persevere, just like in the game. You will keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going, and you will take as much help as you can get along the way. You will eventually achieve your goals. Okay, for those of you that are the other class that will give up real easy, that will, if you started a stream and you streamed for a year and you gave up, then chances are you won't be successful in much of anything if you're willing to give up on it in the first year. Not marriage, not friendship, nothing. Not business, not spiritual. If you're willing to give up on it in the first year, then anything that presents you an obstacle, you will probably give up on. Unfortunately. That is something that if I just brought that into your attention, that you're the type of person that if you get in front of an obstacle and it seems like it's too hard, you will give up on it, then that's something you need to work on right now. Because if you don't, as you get older, it will get easier to give up on shit. And the easier it is to give up, the easier it is for the man to keep you where you want, where you think they want to keep you. And what I mean by that is anybody with money, power, nobody wants to keep you there. Nobody. The man is fictitious in this. But you will keep yourself there because you will get locked in a state where you feel like you can't achieve, you can't accomplish. Because every time you try, you fail. Every time you try, you fail. Okay, now here's the thing. If you continuously try and fail, and you don't give up, doesn't matter how many times it takes. Do you think the first person to ever climb a mountain like Everest, okay, got to the top? No, they probably didn't. Okay, how many times did people try to climb up there before somebody got to the top? Okay, I mean, you've got altitudes where you can't breathe and stuff. So we had to wait for the right apparatuses or something, right? Excuse me, too much air. But somebody eventually did it, and after the first person did it, somebody else did it, and then somebody else did it, and now there's people take vacations to go do it. Literally take vacations, 3 months vacations to go climb like Mount Everest. Okay? They persevere through that, and they get a sense of accomplishment like no other to them. Okay? But how many people do you think fall and quit? A lot. It happens in the gaming industry. It happens in the streaming industry a lot. The reason why is because you're out there doing it on your own, and you're trying to persevere, but there's no real help, there's no real guidance on how to earn money through your endeavor. And it doesn't matter if it's gaming, podcasting, raking grass, collecting acorns. It doesn't matter. You love hair, you love video games, you love comic books, you love wood, you love houses, you love carpet, you love, let's name everything around the house, why don't we? Okay? You love brushing your teeth. You are the most teeth brushing person you have ever seen. Everybody in your family is like, man, you got to keep that toothbrush out your mouth. You got an oral fixation or something going on here. All you do is walk around with a toothbrush in your mouth. Guess what? You can monetize that shit. You can monetize you being a freak over cleanliness. Because guess what? As a freak over cleanliness, you know what it takes to be clean. You know what products you use. You know what companies you trust. You know if you've got kids, what you trust your kids around. You have an entire niche around your crazy. Whatever that is. Okay? My crazy is ADHD, and I tell people all the time, hey man, I've got it. Okay? But my obsession is teaching you guys. Helping people, not just gamers. I chose the gaming niche because this just seemed like a great beginner's place. Okay, got a lot of young people out there that are trying to learn how to monetize their game stream. The difference in monetizing your game stream, or starting a business with your game stream, or making money with your game stream, and doing this in any other aspect of life is exactly the same. Exactly the same. So for those of you that can learn how to do something as simple as build a website, and it is simple. I started my own gamer nucleus, and I've been putting it off because I'm doing Gamefilli. I don't have time to do a lot of things. I'm spread pretty thin as it is. So I started putting out my alter ego, my avatar, my gamer tag as a website. I started it. Today is Monday, okay? And I shouldn't put that in the video because we're trying to repurpose these. But today's Monday. I got up Sunday morning, which is pretty much my free day to do what I want to, right? I mean, not really. I still get work done because it's work I got to get caught up on. But it's my fun work that I can put off, like building a website for my gamer tag. So I'm on there yesterday morning, and I tell you guys all the time that you can do this in a couple of days, right? Right? Well, I got on there yesterday morning, and I went ahead and bought my gamer tag. And that took me buying my gamer tag and buying my hosting package so I could build a website. Took me, I think, 4 minutes, roughly. 4 minutes. Okay? So I'm going to write these down for you, for those of you that are interested in here, and thank you if you are here. So it took me about 4 minutes. We're going to do it in minutes. Okay? Now this was to go to gamefilli.gg. Okay? That's gamefilli.gg. And spend my little bit of money on buying my gamer tag. Right there's a search bar. You just put your gamer tag in there, and it'll tell you if it's available. If it's available in .com or .gg, get that shit. It's worth it. If it's available in both, get both of them if you can afford it. Trust me, it's worth it for you to have both of those. The .com is, letting people know that you're a commerce, or therefore you'll be selling or making money, and the .gg is to let people know you're a gamer, right? So if you can get both of them, awesome. If you can't, try to get the .gg. If you can't afford a .gg right now, a .com is awesome, right? We can always buy the GG after we start making some money and redirect the GG to the .com, correct? Okay, and I'll walk you through things like that in the future. It's not in Academy yet, but it will be, okay? Now, so I bought my gamer tag at gamefilli.gg, and then I went ahead and purchased my first month of hosting so that I could set up my website. Now, both of those only took me about 4 minutes, and that was going through the shopping cart and everything. Now, the part that might take you the longest is putting your gamer tag into the search engine on there. So, and looking through all the games. If you know exactly what you're looking for, if you're saying, okay, I'm going to go get my awesomegamertag.com, and you did that, then it would show you that you could hit purchase right then. You're talking about 30 seconds of you putting in your name .com, and it'll show you, yes, it is available, and you hit add to cart. 30 seconds. Okay, then it's going to take you to a page where I ask you if you want website hosting, just say hosting plans. You want to get a hosting plan. If you go through the academy walks you through how to do this step by step. It'll take you longer to do it because you're following the videos, okay? But I'm not leaving you out to dry. I hand walk you through how to do this. So where it took me 4 minutes yesterday, it may take you 10, okay? Because you're watching a video, pause and doing, right? So let's say it takes you 10 minutes, okay? So 4 to 10 minutes. 4 minutes for me, 10 minutes for you, okay? Sorry, that looks so bad. Let me try to rewrite that 10. Okay, 4 minutes for me, 10 minutes for you, okay, roughly. But I'm showing you how quickly this can be done, and I was amazed at how fast I did it, just because I've built so many that it was real easy for me to do the puzzle, point, click, point, click, point, click. Then I was making it do stuff, excuse me. When I drop my nucleus, it also has a podcast attached to it, and I will be introducing it to my Gamefilli audience so that you can jump over and kind of see what I'm doing. And if you decide you want to do the same thing, you can. I'm not going to be able to put as much time in as you can because I have other businesses to run. But you will see how fast I grow, how many partners I get, people that I affiliate with. All of that will be on my nucleus within a matter of a couple of days. Okay, and that's me taking my time on it. Okay, I might get to put 10 minutes in today. You get what I'm saying? Because I got so much other to do. If you've got 30 minutes, you've got a lot. You will get that 10 minutes done. But here's what I'm saying. So it took me 4 minutes to build to buy my gamer tag and get my hosting. Then I jumped over to cPanel, which I'll walk you through how to do. I jumped over and I went ahead and set up my WordPress site and on my hosting plan, okay? That took me about, and I had to get my SSL certificate set up. That took me about 10 minutes, okay? So it's going to take you, let's say, 20. We'll double the time almost every time. So it takes you about 20 minutes to do the same process, okay? Now, what has happened is, by the time you're right here, your website's up. Your Awesome Tag, if you go to yourawesometag.com, it will pull up a page and show you your website. Okay, now it's not pretty, but it's your website. Congratulations. I just walked you through how to build a website. Now, if you want to make that website look amazing and turn it into a gamer nucleus, like we teach you in the academy, go to the academy, sign up, and build you a damn gamer nucleus. Watch what happens. Watch your sense of accomplishment. You'll be telling your friends, hey man, go look at my new website I just built. Watch. You'll tell them all. Okay? Now, from here, your website's up. If you're in my classes and you walk through this, I'm walking you through basically what we teach you on how to build your own website, right? In the first set of classes in our academy. Okay? That's just the first four classes is just building your website. Okay? Now, for me, I knew how to do this, so it took me less time. I'm in a rhythm of it, right? So the next part was setting up my nucleus. Setting up my nucleus consisted of grabbing the plugins, grabbing the template for the website, grabbing the plugins, and setting those up, and that took me about 15 minutes. And I'm really over-guesstimating on most of these, okay? So for you, 30 minutes. Okay? Remember, we're doubling it. Even if you have to pause and do, we're doubling the time. Okay? Now my nucleus is set up. Oh crap, broke my tip. Now my nucleus is set up, right? It kind of looks nice. But it's not anything, it's still just a page. Now what we do is we create the home page. You go in and hit page and you hit create new and you create a home page. You create a new page and you name it home. Okay? Then we're going to go in and customize it a little bit. That way that when people come to our gamer nucleus, the first thing they see is that home page. Correct? Okay, I'll walk you through how to do this. That took me about 5 minutes. Okay, so let's say it takes you 10. Okay, now that was 5 minutes. Now I can start grabbing stuff and putting it on the page. This is where the page is a page builder, so it's kind of like a puzzle. They give you a whole list of things over here, and you just grab them and stick them on the page, and you're done. Grab it, stick it on the page. Once you stick it on the page, a box opens and says, what do you want to put here? So if it's an image that you put there, it'll let you upload an image. Okay? I went through and put a video. We built our nucleus, right? So I had my video, my intro video, which I have not done. I just put the video placeholder there. Then I put another video placeholder. Then I had to wait a little while because tech support was creating me some amazing graphics for that site. It took her about 2 hours roughly to create all the graphics. Okay, now remember, we know what we're doing. But again, you don't have to create graphics for your site. I have some in there that you can use until you get some made. Okay, don't use them permanently. They're just there for placeholders until you can get some of your own. Okay, now, doing that, building out my little boxes and putting my pictures in place and stuff like that took me about 45 minutes. Okay, now that was the thing that took me the longest. 45 minutes. Okay, so it's going to take you, remember, it's going to take you an hour and a half. Okay, so what is that? 90 minutes. We'll do 90 minutes right there. So that's 90 minutes for you. Okay, so now our pictures are in place. We've got a partner. I haven't set up my partners and everything, which you haven't either, remember? So now, if you look at your gamer nucleus, it looks pretty nice. It's got your video there as a placeholder because you haven't done it yet. It's got your marketing stuff in place, your merch, your setup, your partner banners in place. It's got your video in the center for your most recent podcast or game stream. Then below it, it's got some placeholders there for you to have people put ads there if they want to. And then you've got your setup for your your social media icons, so where people can follow you where they want to follow you, right? So doing all of that, me doing it, it took me about 30 more minutes. Okay, so it's going to take you about 60, right? Okay, now that you're done, when you look at your gamer nucleus, it looks finished. Okay, now there's some advanced stuff. When you click on that thing that says check out my merch, your banner that says check out my merch, it will take you to a page. I show you how to build that page, what to put on that page. Okay, so when they click it, it takes them to another page where they'll have your setup where they can purchase things through your Amazon account and you'll get a commission for selling them your controller, laptop, whatever. Okay, then you have your check out my partners where I show you where to find other partners that you can partner with, and you've got your own merch over there, right? And then you've got all these icons, and it took you your nucleus looks good, okay? And it took me this long. So how much is this? Y'all do some math with me, okay? Let's see. That's 25, 30, and 45 is what? 75. So we're at 75, and 30 is 105. And then 4, so we're at 110 minutes, right? Roughly. So we're at 110, that's 110 minutes. Is that right? That is right, isn't it? 40 and 30, 70, and 5, and 10 is 80, and 10 is 90, 105, 109. So yeah, 110. Okay, so it took me 110 minutes to build my nucleus from start to visibly nice. Okay, I haven't got the advanced stuff in it yet, but I do have it where if you go look at it, it looks nice. I can be proud. I can stop for the day and come back next weekend or here and there. Now that it's set up, all I've got to do is play with it every now and then, right? Until I critique it. And you'll always be playing with it until you get it exactly the way you want it. And then when you get it exactly the way you want it, you may decide to play a new game or you know, change out a partner or whatever. This is when you would actually go to your nucleus and have to make changes. Not all the time, not every day. Your nucleus runs in the background making you money while you're playing your game or at the beach or asleep or taking a poop, whatever it is, you're still making money. Okay, that's what your nucleus is for, so that you can make money in the background. Now, and at multiple streams of income, remember? Now, for you, how long did it take you? Okay, so right now we're at 160, 190, 200, 220. Isn't that funny? We doubled it. We doubled it, and it was 220, right? Even though we did, anyway. So 220 minutes is what it took you. Can anybody tell me what 220 minutes is in hours? Anybody? 60 and 60 is 120. So 60 and 60 is 120, and 120 and 120 is 240. So in less than 4 hours, okay? 20 minutes, less than 4 hours. So if you sit down on a weekend or a day off and you went through this entire thing, you could have your nucleus up, representing you, looking nice in less than a 4-hour day. So if you get up and you get you a breakfast and you start on it at like 8 o'clock, by lunch your nucleus is up and looks good. Then if you continue the advanced stuff, you could probably have it done in the next couple of hours to the next day. Okay? If you're crunched for time and you've got a day or two to do it, you can definitely get your stuff up and be branded in a day or two. If you've only got a few minutes every day, remember how I said 4 to 10 minutes, go get your stuff. Okay, today we're going to go buy our gamer tag and our website, right? Then tomorrow we're going to do the next step. Then the next day we're going to do the next step. And you see how much time you need? Not much. On this day and this day, you need an hour and a half and an hour. Okay, so you may have to pull these off on the weekend. Okay, but this one you can do today. You go to gamefilli.gg and check to see if your gamer tag is available to purchase. If it is, purchase it. Set up your hosting. 10 minutes. Okay? Tomorrow or the next day or a couple days down the road, if you find yourself having 20 minutes on the toilet, at work, in the bathroom, whatever, while you're sitting there playing whatever game you're playing or talking to whoever you're talking to, instead of doing that, jump on and do the next steps on your phone. You can do this right from your phone. You don't have to have a laptop. It works better from a computer or a PC than it does from your phone, but you can do it from your phone. So now each day that you're on the toilet at work, you can do a little bit, right? Except for maybe these two. If you're an hour and a half on the toilet, your boss might worry. Okay? So don't do that. But this 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 10 minutes, you could probably push 20 minutes. 30 minutes, you're pushing it, right? Don't do that. But you see what I'm saying? You can get most of the work done in between breaks and stuff. If you've got a half hour for lunch and you packed your lunch, pull your phone out, start working. Okay? Pull your laptop out, start working. You can have your nucleus done in just a few days, just a few minutes a day. Okay? That is a major step of branding you. And once it's set up, guess what? You don't even really have to worry about it for a year. In a year, you're going to get an email that says, hey, you need to pay your gamer tag. You need to buy your gamer tag again. That's it. Other than your hosting. Hosting, you're going to get a monthly thing for a few dollars a month just to carry your hosting, right? Unless you want to pay for a whole year at a time, which is fairly inexpensive itself. Okay, you can get hosting for a whole year and your domain name for a whole year for like $100, right? Okay, so, but we were talking about not just how to build your nucleus and how quickly you can get that done, but what we were talking about is perseverance and how you're either the type of person that you try to do something, and when you realize maybe you need help, you're brave enough to get help. You're brave enough to ask for help. And it takes bravery to ask for help. Okay? Because you're letting people know, I don't know how to do this. And that's hard for a lot of people to say, I don't know something. Okay? Because we don't want to look stupid. Ever since we were in class raising our hands and the people in our class made us feel stupid for asking a question. A teacher told you there's no stupid questions. There really are stupid questions. But other than that, if you're the type of person that along your journey you realize I can't do this by myself and you get help, this is why you're an achiever. This is why you're able to get your goals done. Because we're finding out that it's not about what a single person can do by themselves. It's about having a community that you can uplift and they can uplift you. They can believe in you when you don't believe in yourself. And you can believe in them when they don't believe in themselves. Right? So today, the entire lesson of today, and I don't have a clock, so I cannot tell you, our clock literally like this morning, right?
35 minutes.
We're at 35 minutes, thank you. So, got plenty of time. That's how long it took me to put up my website and make it look nice, was just a few hours. And for you, it would just be a few hours, right? We could do that. Now, but sometimes it takes Take certain things to be able to be a success in life. Did you know you don't have to be smart to be successful? You don't have to be intelligent. You can be quite dumb and still be very successful. There are many, many CEOs and company founders that were as dumb as a blade of grass with the wind blowing in two directions. You see what I'm saying? But they happened upon someone that could help them. They happened upon someone that knew how to do business. They happened upon someone who knew how to make a video. They happened on someone who knew how to build a website. They happened on someone who knew how to invest in the stock market. You see what I'm saying? They happened on someone who knew how to keep the books. They happened on someone, and they were smart enough to make friends with these people, bring them into their fold, and then get those people to help them build these amazing companies. Okay? Most of your CEOs and founders don't have time to do the work. They don't. Your CEOs and founders now, they did the work when they started, right? But now they don't have time, so they got teams doing the work for them. If you took the CEO out of the CEO room and you put them down in like level 2, we're not talking the mail room, they'd get lost in there. We're talking just level 1 or 2 above the mail room, they would probably still get lost. Because their job isn't to know how to do the work, it's to get the work done. Okay, they know I can hire people to do the work, but the work's got to be done. And I don't know how to do it, so I better bring some people in that know how. If there's anything in life that you don't know how to do, you should always be brave enough to ask someone how to do it, especially if you can find someone who's pretty good at it. Okay? And if you ever ask the universe to help you with to help you be successful as a gamer, to help you learn how to make money in your stream, and you've stumbled across this, and you don't use it, then don't ask the universe for anything else. Don't ask God or whatever you believe in out there. Don't ask for it. Because every time, we've had this in one of our other videos, every time you ask for it and they put it in front of you, you just and walk away, right? Like right now, you liable to back out of Gamefilli and never look at us again, and still in 3 days say, man, I really wish I could make some money playing my game. I'm good at it. I could make some money doing this. Right? But you don't even say that anymore because you tried it already and you failed, therefore it can't be done, right? No, it can be done. The reason you couldn't do it is because, remember, we talked about labor under correct knowledge. Look, if you don't know what you're doing, how the hell are you going to get it done? Okay, and somebody made the mistake of making all you gamers believe that streaming you were going to make money. And yeah, 7 years ago you could. Now you better have some partners in place. You better know how to build an audience. You better know how to be engaging. You better know how to be entertaining. You better know how to, there's a lot that you need to know. And if you don't know it, you need to find companies like Gamefilli and me who are willing to help you learn it. Okay? Don't shrug your shoulder. Now, there are a few keys to success, and I'm going to list 4 of them, okay? 4 keys to success. Okay? 4 keys to success. Everybody take a picture of that, write it down, whatever. We're going to talk about the 4 keys to success that I have found. Okay? And I'm going to have to erase this because I don't have a big enough board yet, but it's coming. So, 4 keys to success, right? The first key, and I got my notepad out because I didn't want to forget because it's important that you know, okay? The first key is something we've been talking about this entire time. This entire time we've been talking about perseverance. You're either the type of person to, excuse me, you're the type of person to continuously work on something until you get it achieved, ask for help when you need help to get it achieved, or you're the type of person to quit after so many times because you can't get it right. Okay, you can't figure it out, right? So, one of the keys to success, and probably the most powerful key to success, is something that everybody's tired of hearing about, right? It's something that we have been hearing about for probably the last 10 years, and really it's been around for a long time, long time, but the reason why we've heard a lot about it the last 10 years is stuff like The Secret and What the Bleep Do We Know, and gurus coming out, Tony Robbins. If you ever watch Tom Bilyeu and Impact Theory, you see a lot of books that talk about this kind of thing. But it's not new, but because it's been brought to our attention all of a sudden, it feels new. Does that make sense? Like, it's been around a really long time, but because we now see it, we feel like it's new. Okay, but we're going to talk about the first key to success, and it is a real key. Napoleon Hill talks about this key. Okay, you ready? The first key. What do you think the first key to success is, by the way? Write it down before I do. Don't cheat. Write it down. What do you think the first key to success is? Okay? The first key to success is mindset. Now, the reason why this is the first key to success is because a lot of times we will talk ourselves out of something just as we get to the finish line. Our sense of accomplishment stops when we see the finish line. It's like, oh, there it is. And your sense of accomplishment kicks in right then. And then you're like, ooh, cool, I can sit down. And your brain starts thinking you want to sit down, starts thinking it's time to rest, you're done. And see, you want to rest, you get more tired, even though the finish line's still over there. Okay, something happens to you when you see that finish line, and your brain thinks you're safe, you're finished. See, because at some point your brain, excuse me one second. At some point your brain might think that you're in danger. That's why you're running, right? So eventually your brain figures out you're not in danger. You're just in a race, and your brain's like, well, I'm really tired, so let's just slow down a little. Let's slow down. Maybe we'll hold on to this tree for just a second, right? Okay? Your brain will play tricks on you about getting to the finish line. If you can't get to the finish line and you're brave enough to ask for help from one of the other runners, maybe they'll help you along the way. Okay? If not, you're definitely probably going to fall if you don't have the mental fortitude to push through it, right? Your gaming is the same way. If you've been a gamer for a while, and I probably said this already for 45 minutes, and you're not achieving it, then it's probably as little as you don't think it's achievable because you haven't achieved it. You understand that? Or you haven't seen your neighbor achieve it, or your cousin achieve it, or your best friend, or anybody in your town. So it's hard to see. You know what you need to do? You need to pack up one weekend, and you need to find a popular gamer near you, and you need to drive to where they're at, and you need to be near them. You ain't got to talk to them. Don't stalk them or nothing. Don't be creepy. Just saying, if you could drive to the town they were in, you would feel a different energy, because once you see this person and it's not on your laptop, your TV, your PC, whatever, your phone, it becomes real. It's kind of like bumping into your favorite actor. You know, they say don't meet your heroes. You never know what they're going to be like. But it's kind of like bumping into your favorite actor or your favorite scientist or whatever it is you're a geek over. For me, it'd be like bumping into Bruce Wayne, knowing that he's Batman, right? You pee yourself a little. You know what I'm saying? Whoever it is that you would bump into and just go, oh my gosh, and pee yourself a little. It's kind of like that. Their energy, when you see them, it becomes real. Becomes real. What you read in a book, what you see on TV, what you see in games and phones and stuff like that, it's not real in your brain. I mean, there's a piece of your brain knows it's real. I mean, most of your brain knows. There's just a little doubt back there that says, nah, this can't be real, right? So to get over this, oh, this can't be real, you go meet them. Go to a gaming convention and meet Stone Mountain. Okay? Or Snoopy, or whoever your favorite gamer is. And when you meet them, know that they were right where you were, or are, once upon a time. They had no following, no money, no nothing, no lights. Go look at Dr. Disrespect's first video on YouTube. You can find it. His first video. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's like I think he said he took a camcorder and set it up, a digital one, and set it up so that he could, in his room, and it was like right next to his face. Terrible. The lights were off. He's got some kind of green light from the camera on his face, like some shit out of a ghost story. One of those ghost hunter shows. It's like some crap out of that. Looks terrible. Then look at him today. What a $250,000 PC setup, right? The dream is to be there. The dream is to be able to get there. But here's the thing. That dream can become a nightmare when you've got to put in as much work as he had to put in. Now, the reason why someone like Dr. Disrespect got so big is because not only did he pretty much invent game streaming, I don't care what anybody says, he was like the first guy to decide to do this. Okay? He got recruited by Activision to go to work with Activision and to be their median between the public and Activision. And went on to take that money and I'm sure he got royalties and investments and stuff like that. And he went on to take that money when he got away from Activision and built his brand as Dr. Disrespect. So he had some advantages you don't have. Okay, but he got them because he was willing to try. Okay, he was willing to put out those videos that weren't very good quality, and ended up getting a $1 billion company to call him and say, hey, can you do that? for us? Can you do this for us? Right? So perseverance, you may never become a pro gamer. Okay? And trust me, there's a difference. If you think, oh, I want to be a pro gamer, then you probably have gotten your wires mixed. You're thinking, I want to be a pro gamer, not realizing that that is a different thing than a gamer that makes money, a game streamer. A pro gamer actually goes to league play. A pro gamer actually has rules and regulations and things they have to live by, not just live by in the game. Okay? There are professional players. This is no different than NFL, NBA, tennis. If there is a sport that has professional players in it, gaming is now the new one. Okay? And you can bet that the gaming industry is going to pull from all those other industries and their vast years of knowledge on what to allow and what not to allow. Okay? UFC made a mistake when it first came out of being a ruleless area, and they got in trouble, and now even they have rules. Okay? But there's a difference in being a pro player where you have to follow rules in order to make a small amount of money and get popularity, and being a streamer that has affiliate knowledge and how to market yourself. The reason why there's a difference is, in your world, you control everything. You are branded to you. You control it. Nobody controls Dr. Disrespect's shit. That's his. He branded that. It's his. Okay? Now, people might can sue him or whatever and take stuff from him, but that brand is his. It's not Twitch's or Facebook's or YouTube or Activision's or anybody's. It's his. So he controls it. He decides what's good for it, what the rules are. It's the point of you having your own gamer tag and your own website. You decide what the rules are. And if they don't like your rules, they need to go to wherever their rules are that they can like, right? Okay? So your first key to success is mindset. And I might go over my hour today, it looks like. Your first key to success is your mindset. Getting yourself mentally prepared. And mentally prepared means gaining confidence. And the way you gain confidence through mental preparation is you go learn shit that you didn't know so that you're more confident in what you know. Therefore, that confidence will be projected in the real world. You understand? If you are a doctor and you walk into, and you're a surgeon, and you walk into a room full of basketball coaches. Now, there's the intelligence levels can be the same, but the doctor knows shit about being a medical professional that maybe the PE teacher or the health teacher doesn't know, right? Okay? Who do you think is more confident in going to a convention? A doctor going to a convention to talk to coaches, okay, football or basketball coaches, or a basketball doctor going to a convention to talk to surgeons? Who do you think feels like they've got the confidence to talk to the other one? Okay, well, if the surgeon, you might have said the surgeon, and we're fixing to go there. If the surgeon has no knowledge of basketball, he may be going to the convention thinking, why the hell did they even call me? I don't know crap about basketball. I don't know nothing about how to help them with basketball. I'm an ear surgeon. What does ear surgery got to do with basketball? Right? So now, even someone with a higher education, way higher, their confidence level comes down. Okay? When they walk into that convention of basketball coaches, those coaches can smell it. They can see it, that his confidence level is low, right? On the other hand, you could have a coach that's going to a doctor convention, a basketball coach that's going to a doctor convention that's talking about the way he ties shoes and how now the teaching his players tied the shoes a certain way has prevented injury, and now he needs to tell these feet doctor how the shoe needs to be tied to help their patients prevent injury. Do you think that coach's confidence level might be really high about how to tie shoes? Yeah. So when he walks in that room, he's confident he's going to be able to teach these doctors something. Do you understand mindset? Getting some knowledge increases your confidence level. Okay? So when you jump in your stream and you're like, man, I don't know if anybody's going to show up. I don't know if I'm going to have any followers. I don't know what's going on. Then your confidence level's pretty low and it's projected. Anybody who does show up, they can see it. They can feel it. You feel, nah. Okay? But if they jump in your stream and you're like, man, I knew you were going to be, let's say you knew you were going to have 100 people watching, and you knew that you're going to have 10 people paying you, and you knew, or donating, and you knew that you're going to have a company you're going to make money on. If you knew all that, your confidence level goes up. Now you're not just playing the game, you're playing the game with energy. excuse me, with energy, because you know that you're benefiting from it. You're getting something. You're not spinning your wheels for nothing. So now whenever people start coming in, it's a snowball effect. That confidence that you're portraying makes them like you. People are attracted to confidence. Period. Okay, for all you guys out there that are thinking, how do I get girls to like me, or how do I get this person to like me? Put on some confidence, man. Just a little bit of and you're good. You can be confident in all aspects of life. But the number one key to success is what? Mindset. Tech support's looking at me like I'm taking too long. Mindset. Okay? So, number 2 also has to do with learning to increase your confidence, therefore giving you a better mindset. You need to learn marketing and branding. Okay, so number 1's mindset, number 2 is marketing branding. You need to learn marketing and branding. Okay, you need to take the time, 10 minutes here and there, to jump on YouTube and look up how to promote your game stream. Look up how do I get a better audience. Look up anything. How do I make money as a gamer? Don't just go to Gamefilli. You need to have multiple places you go to learn stuff. Each one of us are going to tell you differently. Each one of us have our own tactics that we've used and made work. And if you go and you get 3 or 4 tactics and you look up and one of them's working, then you've accomplished something, right? Okay, so you need to learn marketing and branding. You know, how to market yourself, how to brand yourself, how to put yourself out there to where not only an audience wants to grow, but companies want to partner with you so that y'all can, so you can grow an audience for the products also. Now, the third one is, once you get your mindset right and you learn some stuff, bring confidence up, then you go in and learn some marketing and branding. Now, mindset, marketing, and branding you learn over at the Gamefilli Academy, okay? But the third one is multiple streams of income. Okay, multiple streams of income. Okay, we talk about this in 2 or 3 of our past videos already, or our past podcast already, where we tell you that the key to making money is making sure you have several ways to make money. And on one nucleus, you can have like 8 ways to make money. And those are just the ways I show you. Once you get creative, there's probably a lot more out there that you can make money on just your nucleus, okay? So multiple streams of income helps increase. If you're making $5 here, $5 here, $10 here, $20 there, $100 there, and it all starts to add up, your confidence level builds. Therefore, your mindset becomes different, okay? We're talking mindset ultimately. Each one of these other things increases your knowledge, increases your income. Therefore, you feel better about yourself. You've accomplished something. Your confidence level goes up, right? Now, the fourth and final is, in order to be successful, you need to figure out how to omnipresence. Now, what this means is, how can I take all of this and put it in multiple places at one time? Okay, how can I do one piece of work but benefit off of it in 5 different areas? Okay, that's what we do here at Gamefilli. I'm doing this video for you on Twitch, live on Twitch, but then I take this video and I repurpose it to Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, wherever I need it to go. I don't have to do this over and over again. Now, for certain videos, I may simulcast, which means I cast it Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, whoever, all at one time. I'm live across every platform at the same time. There are tools that you can use to do that, okay? Now, so your 4 key points to success in this entire hour video of preparing you for these 4 keys. If you made it this far, thank you so much. Share, like, subscribe, tell people about us. We're here to grow and we're here to help you. Now, mindset, marketing and branding, then learn how to implement multiple streams of income, and then learn how to become omnipresent or reproduce yourself over and over and over again. Okay, back in the day, they reproduce themselves by recruiting somebody to do the work for you. Then recruit somebody else to do the work for you. Then recruit somebody else. And after a while, you got 10 people just like you doing the work. Okay, you've 10x'd your profitability and your work output, right? You didn't have to do it all yourself. You just found 10 people to do it and you taught them exactly how to do it. And now that work's getting done in abundance. Okay. If you can't afford a team, you can go and start putting your stuff, like do a video like I'm doing, then put it out on multiple platforms and start growing your network across multiple platforms. Remember, we teach multiple streams of income, and those incomes aren't just restricted to your partners or your merchandise or your subs on Twitch and all. You got to remember that getting an audience on YouTube or getting an audience on TikTok or getting an audience on Insta or wherever, allowing people to pick where they want to follow you increases the chances of them donating on that platform to you. Okay, so if you've got 5 people a day donating on YouTube because they love YouTube and they just watched your new YouTube video, and then you got 5 people over here donating at Facebook because they're on Facebook and they love they loved your new video today, and then you got 5 people on Twitch, and then you got 5 people on TikTok. You've now had 20 people today donate to you, not 5. See, because the way you're doing it, you're on YouTube, or you're on Twitch, or you're on TikTok, or you're on Facebook Gaming, and even though this works for you, those 5 people you got to donate to you today could have been 20. Imagine getting 5 from each platform. Okay, or 1. If you got 1 on Twitch and you're freaking out because I only got a $5 donation, and you look up, you got 10 platforms you're on, you got $5 on each one of them today, and you've made $50. Omnipresence, multiple streams of income, learn how to market, learn how to brand yourself. You don't have to be a genius at it. You need a genius at it. You need somebody who knows how to do it just to tell you what to do, and you not argue with them, just do it. Gamefilli. Just do what we say, and we hope to get you there. You can critique it along the way, but first you need to get it all built out and then play with it on your own, right? Gamers, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I feel like it was a lot longer than it had to be because I was trying to explain to you perseverance. You know, how you play the game and you keep going, you keep going. Guess what? Life's a game. You give up too early. Ooh, that shook.
Sorry.
It's still wobbling. Sorry, guys. Somebody bumped my camera. You persevere in the game and you keep going, but you'll give up easier in life. Don't do that. Take the time to persevere. Get your game stream set up the way it's supposed to be. Your stream's probably set up perfect. Now we got to get the other tools in place to help you make some money. Guys, we'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for joining us today. You are super fantastic. Go out there and have an awesome day and keep being freaking awesome. Thank you so much.